Então quer dizer que é oficial? A gente tá namorando?
Sabe que eu acho que a gente daria uma boa dupla? Colega de trabalho. Já pensou?
Já que você não me pediu em namoro, eu tive que tomar uma atitude. Isso.
Ai, que você deve ficar tão bonitinha, bravinha.
Pra me tirar do sério, tem que se esforçar muito.
É que por mim a gente já tava namorando desde o primeiro dia em que eu te vi lá na Mac.
The connection between Lorena and Juquinha unfolded quietly, almost shyly, as if the story itself were testing the waters before allowing their feelings to surface.
Ah, não, mas aí eu não vou querer te chamar de colega de trabalho, não.
Chamar do quê?
Lorena, raised in the shadow of her father Ferette's authority and wealth, always carried herself with a mix of restraint and defiance. Juquinha, on the other hand, arrived in her life like a breath of fresh air, impulsive, earnest, and driven by a strong sense of justice through her work as a police intern.
Que foi?
Eu tava esperando um tempo pra você entender as coisas.
Não tive escolha. Eu nunca senti isso antes na minha vida. Ai, eu podia ficar 1000 horas a mais aqui com você.
Their first interactions were subtle, filled with half smiles, lingering looks, and moments that seemed ordinary on the surface, but crackled with unspoken emotion underneath. Viewers quickly sensed that something meaningful was taking shape long before either woman dared to name it.
Ah, não. Não vai me dizer que você não gostou do rolinho primavera vegano. Se eu soubesse, eu podia ter pedido de...
Não, Lorena, tá tudo bem. Tá uma delícia.
Eu não entendi. Que novidade você não se acostumou?
As the story progressed, their bond deepened through shared experiences and growing trust. Juquinha became someone Lorena could be herself with, not Ferette's daughter, not a pawn in family power games, but simply a young woman learning what she wanted from life and love. The chemistry between them intensified, episode by episode, turning small conversations into emotionally charged encounters.
Já disse que eu acho perigoso a gente ficar dando sopa aqui dentro do carro essa hora da noite, né?
Isso é mais uma desculpa pra eu te lembrar que eu sou policial.
Fans began to rally around the pairing, recognizing in their slow burn romance a tenderness and rarely rushed or exaggerated, and the couple soon earned a devoted following. That quiet build-up finally paid off in a defining moment, their first kiss. The scene was intimate and gentle, marked by hesitation, vulnerability, and relief all at once. It wasn't explosive or dramatic, but deeply sincere, the kind of moment that feels earned after so much emotional tension. The kiss served as a turning point, confirming that what they felt was mutual and impossible to ignore. Almost immediately, it became one of the most talked about scenes of the series, celebrated not just for the romance itself but for the care with which it was portrayed. Not long after, Lorena took an even bigger emotional leap. In a scene loaded with nerves and affection, she only asked Juquinha to be her girlfriend. This wasn't just a romantic gesture, it was Lorena's choosing honesty over fear, clarity over silence. Their conversation, followed by another kiss, this time more confident, more certain, marked the moment their relationship stopped being implied and became official. From that point on, they were no longer dancing around their feelings, they were facing them together. The revelation of their relationship brought harsh reality crashing down, especially in the form of Ferette. When Lorena's father discovered the truth, his reaction was immediate and brutal. Unable to accept his daughter's sexuality and deeply threatened by her involvement with a police officer who could expose his secrets, he chose control over compassion. His decision to expel Lorena from the family home became one of the most painful moments of her storyline. A clear message of love in his eyes came with conditions. This rejection forced Lorena to grow quickly. Stripped of her family's protection and comfort, she leaned on Juquinha not only as a partner but as an emotional anchor. Their relationship shifted into something more mature and resilient, rather than fantasy. Juquinha in turn proved that her devotion went far beyond romance. She stood beside Lorena as she navigated heartbreak, anger, and the realization that choosing herself meant losing her father's approval. At this point in the story, Juquinha and Lorena stand as an official couple, deeply in love but surrounded by conflict. Their relationship is no longer about discovery. It's about endurance. They are navigating external threats, family rupture, and the moral consequences of Ferette's actions, all while trying to protect what they've built together. Their love has become one of their sisters as much as romance. The impact of their journey has reached beyond the novella itself. Their storyline resonated so strongly with audiences that it has already been announced they will receive a dedicated spin-off centered entirely on their relationship. This recognition reflects how meaningful their arc has become, not just as a love story, but as a portrayal of courage, identity, and choosing truth even when it costs everything.
Want more queer content? Then please subscribe and hit the notification bell.